Yo, what is good, world? It's your boy, Calvin Leroy King the third, and as always, I have my lovely co-hostess with the most on my side, Miss Reese Peasy, the one and only.
Hey, y'all.
And we thank y'all for tuning in and turning up for another dope episode of This, That, and the Third, the lifestyle show that gives you life, literally. Now, we know it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but nevertheless, we're back. Like we never left. So we're going to begin the show in the best fashion we know how, and that's beginning with some entertainment and new news and relationships for all y'all new news out there, man. And again, for those that aren't familiar with the show, make sure that you tune in and turn up with us each and every day by searching This, That, and the Third with the third spell I, like the Roman numeral 3 on SoundCloud, iTunes, Calvin and Reese on YouTube. Yep. And then you can also catch us on Facebook and IG. So what's heading off our entertainment segment this week?
Entertainment news. You know, I gotta give y'all some news.
A little bit of everything. She the politician of the crew. Go ahead. What's up with some new news?
So Trump is still at his shenanigans, right?
Is he still president?
Technically, it will be one more year if we get him out, right?
You feel like it went by fast?
Year. No, I feel like it's going by slow.
I feel like he just started fucking shit up, but it doesn't feel like 3.5 years.
I feel like he's
2.5 years.
Been like messing stuff up since he's been in office, and it's like every day or every month it's something new, right? And so, to be honest with you, since we like haven't been doing the show, I kind of just like have stepped back.
Yeah, like took a break.
So,
you got a detox from that nigga.
Seriously. And so like I kind of was like, I don't know what's going on in the world. Who cares?
Man,
who
cares, man?
Because
I'm in a bubble.
So much every day.
Yeah.
Right now, the latest, right? They're still talking about impeaching him. And I just
impeachment
feel like
specifically just means bring up on charges, not kick him out of office necessarily. Impeachment can lead to dismissal.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I feel like if you're going to do that, they need to do that now.
Oh, yeah. Or
right?
yesterday.
So, yeah. So recently, the last thing that he's under fire for now is basically he told Ukraine's president, right, to dig up dirt on Biden
Jr.
Right?
or Biden's son, right?
Biden's son, but it's all to hurt Biden.
Yeah, his campaign. He's really gaining
possibly
the
one that could beat him, right?
Yeah.
So it goes deeper than that. Of course, he denies it.
I didn't do it.
Right. Tweeting still.
I didn't do it.
But apparently,
Send.
one of the ambassadors for the UN had to testify, and he testified saying that basically U.S. funds have been withheld from the Ukraine, specifically saying you need to do X, Y, Z. Once you do that, then we'll release the funds to you.
So he got a chokehold on their financials, trying to strong arm a investigation
for Biden.
Sounds
all
pretty
for his
illegal.
Competition. Like
Sounds
it's
pretty
just
fucking
way
illegal,
too
dog.
much.
Yeah.
And the fact that the Republicans.
What they on with it?
The fact that some of them are like, this is just too much. But nobody has took a stance like
stop.
All right, come on, Democrats, we with y'all.
Right. We
he
against
is like
anything but
taking
Trump.
our democracy like in a different direction, a bad direction. No, they still are like rock. They got like one foot in, one foot out, in the middle, still rocking with them.
What's it called? Party identification seems to trump all. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Clearly.
man, he's bogus, but he's one of us. We're all Republicans, or at least he claimed to be a Republican. I thought there was news that came out that said and had him on record saying, like, man, I ain't fucking with none of that shit. But if I was to run for president, I would run Republican because XYZ. Like, I'm not really a Republican, but that's the easy route. Yeah,
he don't care.
He's Trump.
Yeah,
he's Trump.
Well, and the fact that he said the whole impeachment inquiry is like a lynching. Did you hear that?
Nah, I ain't hear that comparison. How does he know what a lynching is like?
Exactly.
Have you ever been lynched, my nigga?
Exactly.
Have you asked Jussie Smollett what a lynching is like? Come on, cuz.
So, right, he compared those two. And so then you had some Republican senators actually, Mitch McConnell, I think he's the older, funny looking one, right? Yeah. He was the only one that said you cannot compare the two.
Right.
Even the one black senator that they have that's a Republican, and I don't remember his name, but he even tried to like tiptoe around it, saying, well, I wouldn't have used that comparison. I could
see a comparison.
It's kind of like, it's not like a lynching.
There's no comparison between impeachment and lynching. If you get impeached, you live to fight another day. What's his name was impeached? Bill Clinton.
Yeah. And
Alive and well, playing the saxophone, getting his dick sucked. Lynching victims. No dick sucks. No saxophones.
And actually, and I didn't know this, they used to cut pieces of their skin off, right?
Oh.
And sell them in the stores. Did you know that?
Like a wristband? Like I can get a lynching, authentic
like
skin.
Like a piece of a nigga. You want a piece of a
Right.
nigga? Go to the store and get you a piece.
Finally got our piece of the pie. We didn't know it was nigga pie.
Literally.
Damn.
Yeah. So
That's
like
messed up,
you can't
man.
compare. But he's just been able to do so many messed up things
Heinous.
and it be okay.
Audacious. Yeah, it's a slippery slope too, because once you open Pandora's box, you can't really close it.
So I'm just interested to see. One, everybody has to vote. There can be nobody saying,
Say that
I'm
again,
not
'cause I
voting
think
for
don't
anybody.
let nobody skip over that soundbite.
You have to vote.
have to.
You have to. You cannot say, oh, I don't like Trump. Oh, but I don't like whoever.
Right.
And I'm not voting. You cannot do that this time. Otherwise, he will be in there.
You got to pick something.
And it's just,
We
we're
was
going to have
having
to
that
clean up a lot of
conversation
stuff.
today about Lori Lightfoot and Tony Preckwinkle and how the lack of voter turnout really speaks to the fact that niggas was just like, I'm good on both
Yeah.
of you. But it's like, yo, now you see what happens. Now you got somebody in office, whether we talk about federal or local,
Yeah.
that barely anybody fucks with. But because barely anybody voted, those people are able to get in. So, man, be informed
Yeah.
on the issues. Don't be so committed and steadfast on a particular party,
Yeah.
but focus on the issues and the issues that matter to you. Know what issues matter to you,
Right.
and then vote accordingly. But vote nonetheless. Yeah.
And I'm with you, Lightfoot girl. I like you. You
I like them
You're a real
pantsuits.
G. She a
I like
real
them
G.
goddamn
I like her.
pantsuits.
Like
Hey, she walked in, G.
100% woman, but she
Yeah.
got that demeanor. Of
Yeah.
a man.
She-
And
nah,
she
she-
has no time to play
I
games with
swear,
y'all.
dog. She walked into this session today, had a press conference on mental health, and shout out to everything that she is supporting
Yeah.
mental health wise on the Chicago landscape. But she walked in, you know how it be just a row of people sitting
Yeah.
there supposed to stand behind you in the press conference. Usually you would walk in as the mayor because nothing starts until you get there, but it starts as soon as you get there.
Yeah.
She usually would walk in, or you would expect the mayor to walk in and, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Right.
Hey, how you doing? She walked in and was like, what's up, niggas?
Yeah,
And went
she
to the
ain't got-
podium,
she ain't got
like,
time for none
yo,
of that.
all right,
We're not
let's
friends,
go.
especially if you're not friends.
She wasn't
because
on that,
You
Z.
can see when you see her at some of the city council meetings, right? You can tell when she genuinely likes, knows, rocks with somebody, right? Because it's a hey, and she has that smile. She has a really nice
that
smile,
little funny little.
and but it's genuine.
Yeah.
But people who she
She don't
like,
waste
she be
them
like,
smiles. What up,
yeah.
nigga?
Yeah, I
What
love
up,
it.
cuz?
I
What
love
up? What
it.
up, Lord?
I like it.
You know she one of the most. At least they say she
That's
is.
what they say.
What else we got going on in New News? Parties, New News.
Okay, y'all. So I've had these kids in my house since last Thursday
Let us free.
due to CPS strike.
Come on, man. 3
Okay?
strikes are out,
And
bro.
so it's been a week, right? It's a week, and
How long has it felt like?
I got until Monday.
Okay.
After that, I don't know what I'm
Man,
gonna do. They
somebody
going to
got
work.
To die, right? Somebody gotta get a job. Somebody gotta do something different.
For
the
real.
mother ain't just gonna be laid up around the crib.
Oh, my God.
My kids sleep till about 2.
I
Man,
wish.
they sleep till about 2. I be FaceTiming them, calling them, no
be
answer.
asleep?
They hit me back. Baby girl got on the bonnet, rubbing the damn eye. I said, baby, it's dinner time. What are you doing? Long night, Poppy. You know what I'm saying? We don't really get no sleep. We don't go to sleep. We don't have nothing to do the next day, so we up all night. My kids are now nocturnal because of the strike.
Yeah, well, see, mine stay up all night because I've been asleep before them.
Yeah.
And they still got their asses up at 9:30. I'm
Hello.
like, what are you doing up? Go back to sleep.
Man.
But yeah,
please,
so
practice.
CPS it has been on strike for
And
about
what's
a
the
week.
why for those that don't know? Why are they on strike? Why are teachers or the Chicago Teachers Union striking? They got 2 main points,
I
right?
do know. I'm just making that face because I feel
All
like
right,
this
you
shit
said
could have
it's not
been
working,
settled
right.
over the summer.
Proactively.
Come on,
At
y'all.
a better
Like,
time, right?
so one issue was pay, right? The mayor agreed to a 16% increase in pay over 5 years.
Run me my
Okay.
back.
Their other complaint is they want smaller classroom sizes and they need nurses in schools every day and social workers.
Right, right.
Completely agree with that because I've experienced the lack thereof, right? At both of my kids' school, right?
Right.
One time, me and Mike got stung by a bee, and they was like, "Oh, ain't no nurse here."
We have no idea what to do with a bee sting.
You know, ice
I heard you put aspirin on it.
On it, or you taking aspirin?
No, you put aspirin on it.
I've never heard that.
Y'all remember those commercials with the home remedies? Like, hey, for $9.95, you can buy this book of home remedies. For example, if you have wingworm, dip it in vinegar and put a penny in vinegar and put it on your wingworm.
That don't work because I've had a wingworm when I was young.
But you've heard that.
Yeah.
I heard aspirin on bee stings. I'm not saying it works. I'm saying I heard it.
Well, I didn't know it takes like days for the swelling to go down. Because I was like,
From a bee sting?
why is your ear so big?
Ah.
It was big for a few days.
You need some Benadryl, Hitch. What the hell? He got stung on the ear?
On the ear by a bee.
He let a bee land on his ear?
That sounds like you.
Zap.
Right.
I get stung in the calf. You know what I'm saying?
I got stung in the leg.
Yeah, like somewhere
where
you can't hear. You would be talking shit in your ear.
Probably
Nevertheless,
too much.
we need nurses.
Nurses
we
and
need,
social workers. So
else?
I've experienced with social workers, they give them so many different roles.
Oh, man. Janet.
Like, yeah, they have like 3 or 4 jobs. And
Pastor.
I get that. That's unfair.
Social worker.
That's unfair.
Trauma-informed care provider.
Literally.
First respondent.
So
Crisis team. Lunch lady. Oh, your kid goes here? Parent-teacher conferences.
So it's a lot. They do need resources, and I get that. But I just wish, one, they would have done this or started the negotiations over the summer. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. 2, I think when you get a little bit, you have to give a little bit. Mm-hmm. You are not going to, I don't think they're going to get all their demands met within this strike.
At all.
Right? Unless y'all plan on striking the whole school year, give me heads up because then I can send my kids
to a charter school, which is flourishing right now,
something.
bro. Shout out to Nolani Taylor, matter of fact. She goes to a charter school, hasn't missed a beat, hasn't missed a day of school. And she just got accepted to the Posse program. So she'll be going to school for free.
That's
free education. Now we got to decide what school we're going to send the baby to. Slow clap that one on the real. So let me ask you this. Outside of staffing, what was the other main concern? They were saying like the ratio in the classroom.
So smaller class sizes.
Smaller class sizes.
So some
currently,
classes,
what are they at?
I guess 30 plus.
About 30, 35,
kids.
right?
Yeah.
When you were growing up, do you kind of remember how many people were in your class? You remember those? You used to get your class photo. How many niggas was on that piece of paper,
It was
dog?
about 30 kids.
About 30.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's changed?
And I was in Catholic school.
Because
my mom was like, I got to
they
go to
could
work.
beat y'all then.
Yeah. She
Okay.
was like, I got to go to work. I don't have time for CPS striking.
Gotcha,
They've been doing this since I was little,
Since
right?
way back when.
So that's one reason we never went to CPS because she just did not have time for that.
Ain't got time for unions and shit.
But yeah, I think like even in my son's class, it's about. Well, Montessori is different because they mix the different grades.
Right.
But you have about 20 kids. But they also have 2 aides.
Yeah,
So they have
resources.
other
that staffing
people
is important. That class size and that staffing. And they're saying it's not all about the money. It's partially about the money. Don't act like that 16% over 5 years is not part of it.
Yeah.
But they're saying the top 2 criteria which haven't been agreed to and seemingly aren't going to be agreed to before Monday are lower class sizes, small class sizes, and increased resources. So again, the nurses, the specialists, the paraprofessionals, everything that it takes to have a school community versus just.
But do we have a lot of nurses looking for jobs to work in the school?
Hey, I'm not saying we do or that we don't, but I will say this. I think part of the solution has to be back in the crib. Part of the solution has to be back in the crib. If 30 people in a classroom was doable when we were coming up, but we had, I'm not blaming, I'm not shaming, but we had manners, we had common sense, boo-wah-dee-bam, then maybe you could manage a 30-to-1 ratio, right? But now when you got 30, these are the grandchildren of crack users. I'm not saying they're crack babies.
Have emotionally challenged,
like generationally
filled.
Cursed.
Yeah.
Like it's different.
It's a lot.
It's different, that's a different order to fulfill. You're not asking them to deal with.
And you can't whoop them no more.
You can't whoop them.
Yeah,
I seen a picture of a grandmother's mugshot. Said she got arrested for hitting her granddaughter, whooping her granddaughter with a slipper. And she was in the mugshot smiling, and the caption said she's smiling because when she get out, she gonna do that shit again.
Tap that ass.
I don't give a. I'm finna beat you for telling.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like dog, you got slapped with slippers. You got beat with the little cardboard piece on the bottom of the hanger.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it made you better, and it made you a better student. It made you more manageable in class.
Didn't want to get whooped.
Yeah, but now I think kids and students feel like they have too much autonomy, too many rights. You don't have no fucking rights. You had the right to read.
Yeah.
and add.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have
And
all
the
these
teachers are
adult
scared of the
rights.
kids.
Teachers scared of the kids. Teachers scared of losing their jobs. Teachers ain't graded on mental health management, behavioral management. They graded on the ABCs and the test scores. It's just the business of education has been exposed, and that shit is not working, and we got to fix it. But I truly believe that it begins in the household.
It does.
You're your child's first teacher.
I agree.
You don't send your child to school 8 hours a day and say, fix my kid.
Yeah, no.
Your kid shouldn't be broke. They fucking first grade. How your kid already broke? Your kid's broken. You're sending them to school to get fixed? Come on, man. We got to do better as parents, and then the education system overall has to service our students better. Because the only people that lose are the children.
Are the kids at the end of the day. So, last point on this. I was watching the news, and the CTU vice president, I don't know her name, but she was talking about, the seniors are missing out. All these athletes want to play their games, want to go down to state. They got scouts coming to look at them, and they're essentially missing out, right? You got kids who need recommendation letters. And so she was like, our kids are going to be very upset. But I'm like, yeah, and they looking at y'all, the teachers. Like, why did you all choose now? Why did you all wait now? We get why you waited now, but they're not mad at the mayor.
Right.
It's like the mayor's far removed in their mind.
Right.
They're looking at the teachers.
Right.
So it's just unfortunate, and it really makes me like question when my kids get to high school. We might want to go to suburbs because we can't be taking no L's because y'all want to walk
pivotal
out.
moments in education,
no.
like Simeon, for example. Not to belabor the point, but Simeon's football team made the playoffs. Supposed to be playing downstate, but because all school and extracurricular activities are canceled, they cannot go play in their game. They automatically forfeit. The other team advances. Free Lunch Academy is being impacted because we provide daily social, emotional, artistic learning services for various students across the Chicagoland area. We haven't worked in over 10 days, and we're just a special. So, you know what I'm saying? Teachers, providers, vendors, athletes, everybody is being impacted by this.
Matter of fact, I saw on the news a lady who provides transportation outside of the school buses was like, all my employees haven't been working because
I can't feed them.
Yeah.
I can't feed them.
I didn't think
So
about that.
we got to do something, man, and let this be an example to everybody nationally to get out in front of these challenges because they'll inevitably bite you in the butt if you just pass them off. Because I heard that what really, really is the undertone of this is that when Rom was in office, they had a strike, they had a negotiation because everybody has an affinity for the children, or at least we claim to. He got the teachers to agree to go back to work while they continue to negotiate, continue to work out the contract, continue to blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, the fair deal never came down. Rom's out of office. Not my problem.
Right.
Now they on strike again, and they looking at Lori like, we will not go back to work until everything is on paper.
It's also not her fault. She walked into this mess.
But you knew what you was getting into when you ran for mayor, too. So, shit.
Let's figure it out.
Enjoy your bed. Anything else for new news? All these new news?
No, that's enough.
Well, that about wraps us up for this week's segment of news on This, That, and the Third.
Literally.